August is looking surprisingly stacked for MMORPGs. We got brand new Switch versions of MMOs, we have classic beta tests, we have a couple indie early access launches as well. What I want to do today is what I've been doing for years. Bring to your guys' attention new MMOs that are releasing into test phases, full release, early access. These are games that you're going to be able to play in some capacity this coming month. I've been doing this for years on my Gacha channel. I did it for a long time on the MMO channel, and I've recently gotten back into doing it. If you care about new MMOs, and you do, of course you do, you're on this channel, this is your list for August. I'm going to go through each one of these games pretty quickly, what kind of game it is, the exact release type that's happening, and whether it's worth paying attention to. Now let's go ahead here and start with the biggest name first. First up, the big one. Final Fantasy XIV is officially coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on August 4, 2026. This is a full launch of the game onto the newer Nintendo hardware, not a mobile version. The mobile version actually did get canceled recently, so we're never going to get that globally, or some cut down experience. You're going to be able to buy the starter edition or the complete edition all the way through Dawn Trail, and Square Enix has confirmed full cross progression, so existing players can bring their characters on over. There will be a short early access window before official service to stress test the servers. For a lot of people, this is the real story of the month. Portable Final Fantasy XIV on a proper hybrid console. If you've been waiting for that, August 4th is the date. And Final Fantasy XIV continues to be one of, if not the best MMOs in the entire market. Right on the very same day, MapleStory Classic World is running its second closed beta test. This is Nexon's attempt at bringing back the 2005-2009 era of MapleStory. They actually reached out to me and offered me access to this, but I'm actually busy around the first week of August, so I can't really involve myself in it. I wanted to, but unfortunately it just didn't align. This game has slower progression, older systems, plus some new content and quality of life updates. CBT2 does run from August 4th through the 12th and adds a third job advancement of Syria, Mac OS support, and controller support as well. This is still just a closed beta test. A full global launch is expected in late 2026, potentially early 2027. Signups were required, so if you didn't get in, you're going to be watching from the sidelines this time. It's still worth keeping an eye on if you miss old school MapleStory though, like I do, like I know a lot of you do. We grew up with this game. Next is KlassX Online. This one is a mobile 3D school-themed MMORPG heavily inspired by the old Remnant Online formula. God, oh my God, I played that I think I played that in the first year of this channel's inception. Oh my God, that's kind of crazy. Oh God, I feel so old. You play as a student warrior. You pick a class, you fight for your school's honor in a more classic mobile MMO style. The open alpha did kick off a little bit earlier than expected. They confirmed it was going to be the first week of August, but they are going to continue this through the first week of August and beyond. It's still very much so in testing. It has limited concurrent players per channel. I believe they said a maximum of 500. So expect the usual alpha jank and wiping to happen. If you're interested in old campus war mobile MMOs, once again, like the old school Remnant Online formula, then this might be worth checking out. Although it is I don't see any crossplay functionality, so it might just be a mobile exclusive MMO, which is probably the worst type of MMO you can have. August 7th brings Elderwood Online to Steam Early Access. This is a classic-inspired MMORPG made by a solo Brazilian developer. This is kind of reminiscent of a late 90s, early 2000s top-down isometric perspective 2.5D MMO with some modern polish, some meaningful progression, multiple different classes to choose between, group bosses, PvP, and a strong focus on no pay to win. But I mean, that's what every single MMO developer says to win you over. The developer has been very clear that it's free to play and community driven. Early access is planned to last approximately 6 to 12 months. This is one of the more interesting indie classic style MMOs launching this month, so if you miss that older feel, this might be worth a look. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Also on August 7th, yeah, this entire list, the selection of games all happens, I feel like, in the first third of the month. But also on August 7th is a multiplayer playtest for Dominus Automa, also referred to, I think, as Dominus Automata from what I was seeing online. This is an automated idle MMORPG built for people who like deep progression systems but don't have the time to sit around and grind. This is taken directly from a Reddit thread that they had where they stated this to be the case. You design how your character behaves, priorities, combat style, reactions, then it just lives on the server 24/7 and keeps progressing even while you're offline. You can check in and adjust it from your phone. It is just a playtest, it's not a full launch, but the concept is kind of unique to some extent. If the idea of an MMO that plays itself while still having a real functional multiplayer system appeals to you, then this is probably worth a look at as well. Mid-month, we get Souls Remnant entering into early access on August 13th. This is a cute 2D pixel art platformer MMORPG with a heavy focus on social play and exploration. It's classless, meaning that you build your own skill setup. It has dungeons, bosses, crafting, gathering, housing, player shops, and a full player-driven economy. The art style is bright and colorful, and the developers have said that there will be no more wipes once early access starts. It's free to play and made by a very small team. If you like the idea of a social platformer style MMO that feels different from the usual 3D action games, this one is worth watching. And then finally, Aniimo is targeting a third quarter 2026 launch, which means it could land in late August or September. This is a free-to-play open-world creature collection action RPG, kind of like Pokemon or Power World. The main mechanic here is twining. You merge with the magical creatures Aniimo to gain their abilities and change how you play. It has a ton of multiplayer elements. Mrs. Styx and I participated in multiple different beta tests. She has a video going over everything if you're interested, uploaded just a few days ago. It's coming to PC, PS5, Xbox, and mobile as well. This isn't a traditional theme park MMO, but it has enough shared world and multiplayer features that a lot of MMO players are watching it. Closed beta test has already happened, multiple different instances of it, so we're getting closer to the real launch window right now. To recap, this is what August 2026 has to offer. Final Fantasy XIV on the Switch 2, the full launch. MapleStory Classics, closed beta test 2. KlassX Online's open alpha. Elderwood Online's early access. Dominus Automa's playtest. Soul Remnant's early access. And Aniimo happening somewhere in the third quarter. The two that really stand out the most to me, I think, right now are Final Fantasy XIV, finally hitting a Nintendo handheld property. And then also, interestingly enough, Aniimo. Mrs. Styx and I absolutely loved it. We played, I think, several dozen hours over the course of an entire week period and just really, really enjoyed ourselves. But we are big fans of Power World, so I guess that stands to reason. Which of these games, though, are you most interested in? Go ahead, drop your game name down in the comment section below. If you want deeper looks at any of these outside of Aniimo, because we've already covered it extensively along with Final Fantasy XIV, then let me know, and I don't know, go ahead and maybe try and take a look. Hopefully, though, these provide you with something to look forward to, just like they will me. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.